Welcome to the part 10 of the series on volume spread analysis. Reverse Upthrust Bar, the end of down moves. Before we proceed, let's quickly look at what are the signs of strength or SOS. They are the selling climax, the stopping volume, reverse upthrust bar, effort to move up bar, test for supply, no supply bar, and the 2-bar reversal. Earlier, we had seen where the signs of strength appear in a down move. The reverse upthrust bar normally are seen in a V-type recovery, and this is the location where normally you would see the reverse upthrust bar, and most of the time it is where the reversal takes place. It is very rare to find a reverse upthrust bar in a consolidation type recovery. Now, we will see in detail the sign of strength, the reverse upthrust bar, the end of down moves. First, let's look at the definition of the reverse upthrust bar. The reverse upthrust bar appears after a down move. It is a widespread bar, opens near the low and closes near the high. The volume is average to high. Generally, the previous bar is a widespread bar closing on the low. And the low of the bar is lower than the low of the previous bar. As you can see in this example here, it's a widespread bar opening near the low and closing near the high. And the volume is also high. The previous bar is also a widespread bar on a high volume and closing near the low. Now let us see the interpretation of this reverse upthrust bar. Obviously, it was in a down move and all the supply has been withdrawn. So the demand is stepping in to take the prices up here. As you can see here, we have a down bar closing at the low, indicating weakness. But the next bar, you can see a widespread up bar. So obviously all the supply has been absorbed here and the supply has stepped in to take it up. Most of the times the bar has a long tail indicating trapping of many short traders. Volume is generally high. Many times we see just average volume indicating that supply has been fully absorbed and is absent. Most of the times it indicates the reversal of the down move. Sometimes consolidation follows, but most of the times it immediately recovers. It's not a frequent signal. Many times it overlaps with other SOS signals. You can find multiple indications on this bar. It could be a stopping volume bar or an effort to move up bar. So multiple indications come in this kind of SOS. Generally happens after a big down move, but it can be seen after intermediate down move as well. So what do we look for when we see an upthrust bar? Obviously, the next bar provides confirmation. As in all SOS or SOW, we always look at the subsequent bars to see whether the strength or weakness is existing or the opposite is true. An up bar opening above the high is a sure short indication of strength and reversal or the end of the down move. As in this example, you can see the next bar was an up bar. It opened above the high of the opened above the close of the previous bar, and it moved up. Also, look for indications of any supply in terms of wicks or down close. Since it appears on intermediate down moves as well, it could be a useful pullback trading indication or entry signal. Now let's look at some examples of the reverse upthrust bar. In the first example, I have the chart of Arman Financials. As usual, we'll be using the replay mode for better illustration. This chart is starting from the 18th of January 2022. Now let's see how the prices play out further. The stock has been moving down here, as you can see. Now let's see the prices again. It is moving down. I will zoom in a little further for better clarity. Again, the stock is trending down. We have a widespread down bar closing near the low, and the volume has been quite high. The next bar, if we can see, is a widespread bar with higher volume. The open is near the lower side and the close is on the upper side, and the low is lower than the low of the previous bar, and the volume is high, and this is a perfect reverse upthrust bar. All the supply has been absorbed. As you can see, this is the down bar on high volume. The next bar is a total reversal of the previous price action. So the supply has been overcome and the demand is stepping in, and the prices are moved higher. So let's see further how the price action play out. We'll see the next bar. It has been moving sideways. So as you can see, the downside has been stopped and the price is moving sideways here. Now, the high of this reverse upthrust bar gains some importance. So let us see, draw the high of the bar. So the prices have been consolidating here. Still it is moving sideways. So this is the time we need to be a little careful, or we need to be alert. Now the prices have started breaking above the high of the reverse upthrust bar. So now we expect the prices to trend up. So this could be a good entry point. So we need to watch further. Here it is really confirmed that we have broken above the high of the reverse upthrust bar here, and the prices will move up further. So here you can clearly see that the reverse upthrust bar stopped the down move, and the We did not see a immediate reversal, but the price consolidated and then it broke above the high of the reverse Upthrust bar and the prices started trending up. Now let me add our favorite indicator VPA 5.0. Now we can see this bar, it's showing multiple indications. Effort to move up bar, stopping volume, and it's also a reverse Upthrust bar. Like we saw before in the interpretations, most of the time this reverse Upthrust bar is coinciding with other SOS indications. Unfortunately, if you in the trading view limit with the trading view limitations, we are not able to show all the indications here. But the idea is to understand the concept of the reverse Upthrust bar. So once the reverse Upthrust bar happens, watch for the next bars to see if it is going to be consolidation or it's going to be recovery. The high of the reverse Upthrust bar is important, and if there's a consolidation break out above the high of the reverse Upthrust bar is important, and it could be a good entry point. Now let's move to another example. In the next example, I have the chart of Axis Bank here, and our chart starts from the 24th of February 2022. The stock went up here a little, and now we can see the weakness here with an effort to move down bar. Let's see how the prices play out further. Some sideways move, again going down. Then we have an effort to move down bar on increased volume here. Now if you see the next bar, it is a widespread bar closing near the high. As you can see here, the low is lower than the previous bar. The previous bar is also a widespread bar closing, it's a down bar closing near the low. And here, as you can see here, it's a long wick indicating there was some supply and it was clearly overcome and the demand pushed the price back near the high here. So we can see that a lot of short traders have been trapped in this bar here. And this fits in the description of reverse Upthrust bar. And as informed or as we discussed before in the previous example, this reverse Upthrust bar often coincides with many of the SOS signals. Here you can see stopping volume, effort to move up, all this. So in the next version of VPA, we'll try to make it better to give better clarity on the all the SOSs which happen in this bar. But when you have multiple SOS here, so it should confirm the strength. So let's first draw the high of the reverse Upthrust bar here. Let's see how the prices move out here. The next bar is an up bar, but still there has been some selling here, which is again overcome by demand. And clearly the next bar, it was an effort to push the prices up. But again, some selling still persisted. That's why it has come down here. some absorption of the supply here, and now the prices have started moving up. And now the prices have started going here. So you can clearly see this reverse Upthrust bar is a very effective signal. It indicated the end of the down move, and we could see a recovery here. In the first example, we saw some consolidation, but here we are seeing a recovery of the prices. So this is the second example of the reverse Upthrust bar. In this final example, I have the chart of DMart. The stock has been coming down, then it is moving sideways. So this chart here, we have till the end of April here, and we'll see how the prices are playing out further. Now as you can see, it is moving down. With increased volume, we have effort to move down bars. Again, it's moving down. You have a stopping volume here. Now this bar, if you see, it fits in exactly with our definition of a reverse Upthrust bar. The low is lower than the previous bar. The previous bar itself is a widespread bar with high volume. This bar with much increased volume closing near the high. So this clearly fits in with our description. So let me also draw the high of this bar for reference here. And as usual, the definition coincides with many other SOS signals. So let me see how the prices play out. As you can see, it is struggling to move above the high of the reverse Upthrust bar, but you have two continuous effort to move up bars here. But this bar, you can see that there is some selling happening at the top. So this effort to move failed here. The price is pushed back below the high of the reverse Upthrust bar here. Now here again it is moving above the high of the reverse Upthrust bar, and this move looks like it has succeeded. This breakout succeeded and the stock is moving up. So here again is a good example of a reverse Upthrust bar, and the high of the reverse Upthrust bar is a good reference point to gauge the further move and take some good trade opportunities. Let us quickly summarize what we learned in this video about the reverse Upthrust bar. A reverse Upthrust bar is a wide spread bar generally opening near the low and closing near the high, and it appears after a down move. The previous bar is generally a widespread bar closing near the low on high volume. It generally indicates a reversal or the end of a down move. It is not a frequent signal, and this mostly coincides with other SOS signals, and you would see multiple SOS signals on the same bar confirming the strength. Use of the high of the reverse Upthrust bar as a reference helps us to gauge further moves and plan our trading strategies. With this, we come to the end of this video. The next part, in part 11, we'll be talking about effort to move up bar, where the smart money is pushing the prices up. In order to get notified for the release of future parts or videos of this series, please subscribe to this channel. In case you find this video useful, please do press the like button. Thank you.